Hi guys, I'm Ozzie the Fantasy Freak, coming back to you with another episode. This week we're going to do the top 10 quarterbacks in fantasy football for the year 2012. Coming up right around the corner, you got to be getting excited. If you're going to win your fantasy team, you need to have a good quarterback. If one guy in your league is getting 45 touchdowns from one of the top quarterbacks and you're getting 15 from who knows who, you're not going anywhere. There's no way you're going to catch anybody. I thought I'd start this week with some email questions, one of them involving a quarterback. Bob Lapp from Lancaster, Pennsylvania writes, I'm thinking Big Ben Roethlisberger is a top 10 quarterback this year. What do you think? I think you're crazy. Big Ben Roethlisberger should be in jail. Let's face it, Michael Vick went to jail for fighting a couple dogs. Plexico Burress shot himself and went to jail, and in the prime of his career. Big Ben has done plenty of things that we all know about, came out of it innocent, but I'll tell you what, he'll never be on my list. I'd rather finish last in my league than have this dirt ball on my squad. So forget about Big Ben. He can't throw the ball anyway. He's got a bad rotator cuff. He's got a bad ankle. He's always faking injuries. Big Ben's a jerk. He shouldn't be on your team. He'll never be on mine. Heck with that. My second email comes from Mike Landis in Corryville, Pennsylvania. His question is, I hate fantasy football. Does this mean I'm gay? Yes. Alright, let's get on to my list here. I'll tell you what. Keep the emails coming to OzzieTheFantasyFreak@gmail.com. If you get a good question, I'll answer it. Number 10 on my list. This is a guy who's been steady for 3 or 4 years now. Last year he was fighting off some injuries. I still love this guy. I think he could have a bigger year than 10 even. But I'm putting Tony Romo at number 10 on my top 10 fantasy football quarterback list. Number 9. Everybody loves this guy. Every year they say, oh my gosh, he's got to be top 3 quarterback. He chokes in the big games. You can't count on him. Solid quarterback to have. I'd rather have this guy as my second guy. Matty Ice Ryan, or whatever they call him. They're trying to give him a nickname to make him better than he is. He's okay. I wouldn't mind taking him as my 9th quarterback, but he's not going to crack the top 5. Number 8 had an unbelievable rookie year last year. Everybody loves him. He deserves the accolades he got. But most of his points came on rushing touchdowns. I believe he had 16, 17 rushing touchdowns. That's not going to happen this year. But he will be solid. He needs to learn to throw the ball a little better and a little more. Cam Newton. Pencil him in as my number 8. Number 7. This guy got 2 rings. His brother's only going to get 1 ring. I'm never going to talk about his brother Peyton in this list because Peyton Manning is not on my top 10. The guy got a bad neck. They're pumping him all up like he's going to be the old Peyton Manning. Don't buy the hype. Don't take Peyton Manning. Take Eli Manning. He's got plenty of weapons, and he is solid as your number 7 top quarterback for this year. Number 6, this guy had a horrible year last year. Ruined a lot of people's drafts. This year I expect to bounce back. He's too good to go where he went last year. Phillip Rivers. Pencil him in as number 6. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if he was one of the top 3 or 4 guys. Number 5, another guy that has been to jail and paid his dues, unlike Big Ben, Michael Vick. The guy never hurt anybody. He fought a couple dogs, no big deal to me. Came back, one of the greatest stories, comeback stories in the NFL 2 years ago. He lit it up. Last year people took him early. People said they were the dream team. Well, that was Vince Young. We're not talking about him either in this list. Dream team, well, maybe this year is the dream team. Michael Vick can sling it. If he can stay in the lineup and not be injured, I'm telling you what, he could surprise a lot of people. He could be the best running back, or quarterback, I should say, on this list. Number 4, this guy lit it up. First year he didn't get hurt. He's got weapons. He's got an arm. They have no defense. He's got to catch up every game. Matthew Stafford. Oh, he was fantasy gold last year. Everybody loved him. And he helped a lot of teams get to the promised land last year. Number 3, broke the single-season yardage passing record in NFL history last year, made Dan Marino's record a thing of the past. By the way, Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. This guy did. Drew Brees. The guy is money, and you won't be sorry if you take him. He will keep you in the hunt. Number 2, he's getting up there in age, guys, but he has weapons on both sides. His tight ends can catch. His wide receivers can catch. I'll tell you what, the coach can catch. Tom Brady. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy threw for 50 touchdowns this year. Could be your number 1. I'm putting him at number 2 because number 1, this guy won my fantasy leagues for me the last 2 years. There wasn't a question. Threw for over 45 touchdowns last year. Didn't even play in the last game when his backup, by the way, threw for 6 touchdowns. That's Matty Flynn in Seattle right now. Expect big things from him. He's a sleeper on my list, but he's not top 10. Aaron Rodgers. Oh my gosh, you won't be sorry. He might get 50. He might get 55. I don't know. They throw the ball. This guy got an arm. You got to take him. On my list of surprise players that could do something, could be a top 5. I wouldn't be surprised, but you can't put him there till he plays it down. RG3, Robert Griffin Jr. This guy has talent out the butt. Mike Shanahan is going to do everything he can. He's looking to save his job. This guy will be on the field. There won't be any doubt about that. They will play him, and he will play hard. I love him as a sleeper pick, a guy you can get in the later rounds, and you might not be sorry. That's all I got right now. That's my quarterbacks. I hope you love them. I'll see you here next week. Thank you.